Welcome, my dear warrior of light, to your reading today. My name is Akihiko. You can call me Aki. Welcome to my channel, Arise. On this channel, we discuss how to bring shadow into light, how to bring frequency up into a higher dimension, higher vibration for the collective, for ourselves, and just to have that focus back to love. And I wanted to remind you right now, my dear warrior of light, that you are an amazing person who deserves so much love. And I can tell you right now that I love you so very much. Let's dive right into your reading. So right away, I wanted to get a feeling of who you are. And we have the Three of Charisma. I see you as somebody who works very well with other people. You want to have a sense of community. You may already have one. Somebody who's hardworking, who looks after other people at work, in their job, in their career, their family as well. It's almost like you're the type of person who can connect the dots between other people. That connection or that energy that is liked by everyone, that merges in a harmony well with other people, despite how they are and despite how they act. You are somebody who can bring back a coherence within a group of people. And a lot of people do admire you for that. You may be an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or you may have an earth sign within your chart, within your placement. I wanted to know what brought you in here today. And we had the Page of Wisdom. I pre-shuffled, by the way, Warrior of Light. What brought you in today? You want something new. You want answers on which direction you should go moving forward. I want to tell you right now that the energy in this reading is showing me that the universe is asking you, if not pushing you currently, right now, dear warrior of light, towards a new energy that is going to propel you forward. So I'm feeling bold, fierce, vibrant energy, yet somebody who is silent, sweet, and maybe gentle, maybe somebody who is very attuned to the energies around them. You're not annoyed, warrior of light. I feel that you are done with the arrogance around in the world today. You're done with people who are roaring with fake falsehoods, who just promote fear, people who are terrified of what's happening in the stupid games that happen within humanity. This is not something that you want to be a part of anymore. You are too sweet of a person to submit to these terrible aspects of humanity. You want something more, and you want something different. You are a unique person. And what brought you here today was your own guides looking for answers to be able to explain back to you that you are recognized by your guides as somebody who is wild yet gentle, somebody who's enthusiastic and who wants to study the school of love, passion, devotion. What's coming in next? Adventure. Finally, it seems like we're putting down whatever stopped us before, whatever fears held us back in the past. So what brought you here today? Dear warrior of light, it feels like your ancient soul brought you here today to remind you that you've had so many lifetimes before, so many life paths, right? And through those life paths, we've had so many lessons learned in this school. Again, this wonderful school of love. So here we are again, working on advancing our spiritual training, working on advancing the human experience on Earth. You're already amazing at it. You understand the tangible, right? You understand connections with other people quite well. And yet you still yearn for more. You yearn to embrace that uniqueness. You yearn to go back to a place where you remembered from your past when fantasy was not something so misunderstood. Fantasy was something that you could go back to in your daydreams and understood and felt wild and free and natural within that state. I want you to know that your angel and your guides are telling you that that fantasy that you were living as a child whether it's make-believe or in your storybooks. You brought those stories in for yourself, dear warrior of light. There's been a path set down for you that required you to go through certain aspects and difficulties in life that will make you better understand more practical survival versus love. All these paths all lead to a better aspect for your soul's growth. So let's continue here. What are you expecting? The 10 of intelligence. You seem to be expecting more hardship. You seem to be expecting more difficulty. People who don't understand you. Almost as if you're a flame being carried by a ship in harsh rain within a boat. And while that flame is seen around by everyone, the weather and the environment do not support it. There's shadows in your past that you want to move away from. Yet you're connected to the light. You are a warrior of light. You have been awakened, okay? And there's a time for closing. The time of feeling like you don't have anything to offer, feeling like there's a fear that is restraining you. The vibrancy within your own energy is coming back to you, warrior of light. It's coming back to you and it's burning brighter than before. Do you know how to control this energy properly within you? I feel that with the Hermit card, you've been keeping this a secret. You've been keeping all this knowledge and all of this understanding of the spiritual realm, this advancement. We are arising. We are rising up into the new frequency. But in order to get to that new frequency, warrior of light, we need to push through the 4D, push through our own shadow, push through our past beliefs, any kind of thinking patterns, any kind of habits, any kind of addictions. We're getting rid of it all and we're pushing past so that we can better understand. The Hermit card, Virgo energy, right? This is somebody who has the wealth and knowledge to move forward, but they need to be able to shine the light of that knowledge within and make sure that it is delivered to the outside world. So maybe there's something blocking you in terms of what your guides want you to understand is that you have so much wealth and knowledge within you. You are an old soul. You're somebody who has been through so many trials and tribulations. And what's worse here, warrior of light, is that nobody got to see them. You were doing this all in the dark, fighting all these demons, all these shadows by yourself. It's incredible. And I want to tell you right now, what Spirit wants you to know, dear warrior of light, is that with the Knight of Charisma, fast movement of help is coming towards you. Help that you're not expecting. Fast movement when it comes to something that somebody's going to say, something that you're going to hear from in the very near future. What this card reminds me of, it's such a funny little monster, right? Kind of looks like that guy from Monsters, Inc., but more so, it reminds me of the depiction of what angels look like, with the eye and just the wings, multiple eyes. I think that was something to do with how the Bible really depicted angels, but the point being that angels are watching you. They have a tight grip on your life. I feel like your own guardian angel really wants you to understand that when it comes to how you arise in life, how you rise to a higher frequency, how you get past feeling the submerged underneath fears within your life, the 10 of charisma is waiting for you. The closing of these cycles, we have multiple 10s within this deck here. The 10 of charisma meaning nurturing, growth, coming back to your old ways, going back to understanding of how things work in your own terms. The physical doesn't have its hold on you anymore, warrior of light. We are ascending to a different part of ourselves that we will recognize once we're there. But the ascension process is a scary one. So Spirit wants you to know that you shouldn't be doing this in a way that isolates yourself. Find ways to interact with your friends and find the love that they give you and cherish it. 10:10 on the clock when I said that. There's so many amazing, beautiful endings in this reading. For your oracle card, we have this beautiful Lion and the Deer, 2-2. Advancing forward. Look how beautiful that is. This is a Rumi oracle card. And what this oracle is really telling you is that it's time to embark on a studious adventure, right? Honoring the true lion within, honoring the strength of that lion, and also the strength of the lamb within you. Having both that what am I trying to say? Receptive nature and also the action, so that masculine, feminine push-pull, right? Within life. We are so many things. We're humans, we're angels, we're animals, we're spirit, we're heaven, we're earth. We are so divine. And Warrior of Light, you are so divine. And in being divine, all things around you become divine. We're all here to learn from the school of love, right? We're all here not to crave comfort and not to be stagnant in that comfort, but to devote ourselves to that beautiful adventure, that beautiful lens where everything is a lesson, everything is adventure, everything's mad with passion and love. And what's beautiful about this, Warrior of Light, is that the shadows and the darknesses that you went through in your life are now being lifted. They're being lifted and something beautiful is coming. And what that beautiful thing is a new silence of understanding within yourself. So this oracle brings you a special message, right? You're rediscovering this part of yourself that has been lost. It's not about survival. It's about learning to trust yourself. Trust in yourself that every decision in the past you made for a reason. It was the best decision at the time. You are still not the person of your past. You're learning yourself again. And this is essential and practical. All paths will lead to the death of the soul. And by that, I mean the death of the soul of what we once knew. So we're asked to bear the chaos of this rediscovery. While it's chaotic, Warrior of Light, and I can only imagine, right? You have these talents about you, these lifetimes of talents, and you're feeling uncomfortable because a part of you just wants to release them. But doing so will ultimately bring you joy and greater fulfillment, right? And that discomfort will not last long. The overcoming shame, the guilt, the doubt, the judgments of others, it's going to be washed away. And use the elements to help you wash away that negative energy. Use water, ask for its permission to help cleanse you. Walk through nature. Look at a flame, let it recenter your third eye. Perhaps you still feel like a part of you is still unearthed, a dark, sacred rage or angry or, part of you in your life where you felt disrespected, or perhaps you tolerated a bunch of lies, deception from other people. This is natural. This is something you were meant to go through. So Spirit really wants you to know there's a divine duality within this life. We're supposed to be born within both, right? We have to see both sides of this world. You're not becoming contradictory, right? It's not being hypocritical. You're becoming whole. So the guidance of this oracle, I think it brings forth the idea that no matter what, you're going to prosper now. If you're willing to unbelieve what you have been taught to believe about yourself. Understanding your view and identity is not a genuine reality sometimes. Your previous sense of self may be shaky, right, when it comes to this transition. But believe you me, Warrior of Light, I understand how difficult transition is. And within this reading alone, you have my energy. I provide it to you now to transmute with the violet flame the energy around you. You have my permission. If you want it, say yes. And it is done, and so it is. transmuted energy will now flow through you and continue to grow within your days. While it may be uncomfortable, while it may be shaky, the shedding will be so worth it. Change is coming. 15:15 on the clock. I love you so much, Warrior of Light. Thank you for co-creating this beautiful reality with me. We are in the reality of love and not fear. Again, this is my new channel, Arise. My name is Akihiko, and I love you very much. Have a wonderful rest of your day.